Good morning. Welcome to our last chapel of the year. I can't believe it's already our last chapel. It is our senior chapel, and I'm so sad that we are not in person to do this, but I'm grateful for this time with you over this last quarter. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for trusting me to help you connect to God, and I'm just praying and thinking of you guys daily. So I hope that you enjoy this chapel that is dedicated to our 10 seniors. Bye.
Hey guys, it's Dom, and my favorite memory at PPCS has definitely been the Costa Rica trip. That was so fun. And my advice is to get good at time management now. Don't procrastinate. And I'm going to miss being a part of all the different sports teams here. That was really fun.
My favorite high school memory is beating West Grand in the playoffs in football junior year. My advice to the underclassmen is be adaptable and don't get caught up in petty conflicts. Finally, what I will miss most about PPCS is the camaraderie in sports and the inviting atmosphere of the school as a whole.
Alright, so my favorite memory from high school was playing basketball my freshman year. It was just amazing to play my favorite sport at another level and get to know all the girls that I had been looking up to since I was in middle school. It was just very exciting. And then my advice I would give to you guys is to find what you're passionate about, or like an outlet that will keep you motivated every day. It's helpful. I'm not always motivated every day, but if I have something like a goal that I'm trying to reach, that will help me stay motivated. And what I'll miss the most about PPCS is the community in the high school. I am going to a small Christian college, but I'm not going to know everyone's name or like what they enjoy doing on a daily basis. It's just a really special thing to be able to go to a small high school and be able to know everyone and make really great friends and get really close. So that's probably the one thing I'll miss the most, that and being able to play pretty much every single sport that I wanted to.
Hi. I think my favorite memory is probably the Washington, D.C. trip or the Costa Rica trip. With Washington, D.C., I got to see a whole bunch of things that I never thought I'd be able to see before or do. Women's March. With Costa Rica, I met a whole bunch of new people who I actually still talk to, and it was a blast. Again, a ton of new opportunities, new different types of food. I tried seafood for the first time ever. I saw the ocean for the first time. It was crazy. Advice that I would give underclassmen: stay out of other people's drama. Yeah. I was in a lot of drama in high school and I hated it. And seriously, do whatever you can to stay out of drama. What I'm going to miss most about being a high schooler at PPCS is probably the fun activities that we've done, like sports, going out, watching watching the football team make it really far these past years, the volleyball team. I love all of them. I love all of the girls. I miss it all. I mean, like, I'm gonna miss the teachers. I'm gonna come back and visit my sister's high school year. Hopefully. Don't count my word on that. Bye. Love you guys.
My favorite memory from high school, it would have to be going to Arizona this year for cross country to run in the Nike Cross Regionals race. The one piece of advice I'd give to an underclassman is to try a lot of things. Don't be afraid to say no. So I think don't feel pressured to participate in everything, but try a bunch of things and figure out what you like, and then just do those things instead of a bunch of things you don't like. And then what I'm most going to miss about high school is probably study halls. Just never doing actually any work in study hall, but just hanging out in the commons and doing a bunch of random stuff and messing around and bantering about. That's what I'll miss most from high school.
Hey guys, so my favorite memory at PPCS was probably my 8th grade year when me, Blair, Dom, Jackson, and I'm pretty sure Andrew got together and watched Frozen 2 and played Truth or Dare. We also built some snowmans and Miss Kane brought lots of snacks. I would say that my biggest advice to you is to not take any day for granted and live in the day and not stress about what's to come tomorrow, because it could be gone at any moment, and we need to appreciate what we have in the day and what is given to us for that day. And we can choose to be happy in situations, or we can choose to be sad, and it's up to us to determine how our day is going to go. I think the thing I'm going to miss the most about high school is probably the close bonds between everyone and being around people who you knew all the time and being able to talk to anyone, no matter the grade, no matter what, that you just could talk to someone, and that it was great to be around you guys for the last 4 years, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Hey, good morning, PPCS high school students. Remember me? I'm your high school principal, Mr. Johns. And this morning, I have a devotional to share for the seniors' last chapel. Now, this is specifically for the seniors, but I invite all of you to listen in as I go through this chapel. It's basically titled, Life is Like Mr. John's Daily Walk. You'll see what I mean. In a few short lessons, I want to share with you seniors and the rest of you some important lessons I think life can teach us through simple things like a walk. All right, I'll check in with you in just a second. All right, here we are. Here's lesson 1. This walk I take almost every day has a lot of ups and downs to it, but mainly it starts with this. And this is the down. It might be hard for you to see, but this is a very long sloping hill. Probably goes for a quarter to a half a mile. It's really nice. And you know, life is like this a lot of times. A lot of times there's times in life when it's pretty easy going. Whether it's because of who's taking care of you, maybe it's your skills and your talents are just clicking just right and things are going terrific. But there's times in life when it's easy and it does not take a lot of effort to go down the road of life. Just like here. It's simple, not a lot of effort, things are good, rolling along well, and you would say it's the best times in life. Enjoy them, because there's a lot that can go on during this time frame. So sometimes life is like this lesson number 1 in going downhill, not a bad downhill, but just an easy, sloping, simple time of life that often we don't realize is so enjoyable. All right, I'll be back for lesson 2. All right, so here's lesson 2, and that is, don't forget on your journey in life to look at the scenery. This is Elk Lake. And this is a nice, even, leveled path that I take. There's the sunshine, kind of bright. It's beautiful. It's quiet. It's gorgeous right now. If you could listen, you can hear the water, and you can actually hear the wolves from the wildlife center several miles away howling. Steam's rising up off of the lake. It's beautiful. Now, this may not be downhill, but it's a nice even keel, little more effort, but there's so much to take in. Don't get so focused on your job, on your schoolwork, on all these tasks that you forget to enjoy what God has put around you, whether it be the scenery or whether that be the people in your life. That's lesson 2. Pick it up in just a second. Okay, here we are to lesson 3. And that is, things in life change, like on my walk. And this is the last half of my walk. Now what you can't probably tell, maybe you can, is how steep this begins to rise and how far off in the distance it goes. It is a twisting, turning, steep slope of about another 1.5 miles, halfway through my walk. Now this walk, this is the hardest part. I'm at above 9,000 feet. I'm over 40-something years old, and I'm not in the best shape all the time. Life sometimes is hard like this. Has its up and downs. There's going to be parts of life that are just plain hard. It's going to be uphill. Sometimes it's grit and determination to get you there. And it's going to be continuous, and you're not going to know what's around the corner. Even though you'd love to, sometimes you don't want to. So know that life sometimes is like this uphill ride. It's hard, but hang in there. See you in a minute. All right, this is like lesson 3.5. It's kind of halfway in there. You know, I'm walking up this steep hill. There's deer carcasses out in the field on the way up. That's how hard it is. Life sometimes can suck, but this walk is good. But I wanted to show you that I am about 3/4 of the way done with this big heavy hill, right? And that's awesome. But every day I walk this, I'm hit with something. Because I got another 1/4 of a mile or so to go, and it's the steepest part. But I hit this spot right here. What I want you to see is right up there. Let's see the finger. That's my house. There's a cute little bench right there. And look at that beautiful little valley that I could walk up and just get straight to my house. Look at that. That's a shortcut. Life throws you a lot of shortcuts. I could take that right now and be done sooner, and it's not as hard. Life throws you a lot of shortcuts because you know what's in my mind? What's in my mind is what's coming up here. And that is the last 1/4 mile or so, length of a track at least, of my walk. And the reason why that shortcut's so tempting is because of the hill that's waiting for me. It's one of those hills where when cars drive up it, they're shifting automatically, grinding those gears because it can be so steep. In the winter, people slide down this and almost run into these houses. This is why that shortcut is so promising. Because man, this is hard on an old guy. Life can stink. It throws you a lot of shortcuts, but they're not worth it. Because when I finish this hill, I know I did it, and it's worthwhile. Don't take the shortcuts. Finish the walk. Do the hard stuff. It counts. All right, thanks for taking my walk with me, but here's lesson 4. I've made it. See, there's my little house in the background. I'm on the swinging bench that my son and I made. And then down there, see, that's where we were just a little bit ago. That's the spot that I see for the shortcut. Now my walk, when I take it, everything changes. The topography, I'm going up and down. The weather changes. There was one day it was sunny, rainy, and sleeting all in one day. It takes me about an hour to walk the loop. The temperature changes, my attitude changes. Some days I love doing that walk, other days I hate it. You know, everything changes, but you know, there's one thing that doesn't change. You know, even my clothes change, but you know what it is that doesn't change? Right down here, these guys, my shoes. I've been wearing these shoes for every single walk. Man, and they are so important. My shoes protect my feet. They give me tread. They enable me to do this walk. Now, just like this walk that I took, There's a word in the New Testament. It's paraclete. And you know why it makes me think of shoes, right? Pair of cleats, paraclete. Now that word in the New Testament is a word used to describe the Holy Spirit. Paraclete. It means helper. It means support. Just like my shoes during my walk support my feet and enable me to do everything I do on that walk, no matter how everything changes. The Holy Spirit is the helper. He's the support that we have in life if you've accepted Jesus Christ. In John, it tells us he's here to teach us. He's here to remind us of the words of Jesus Christ. In Romans, it talks us that he's here to help us in our weakness. Did you know that even when you can't pray, when you're so weak, whether spiritually, physically, or emotionally, the Holy Spirit does it for you? He will pray on your behalf to help you out. And also, the Holy Spirit is here to guide you in truth. The Holy Spirit's your paraclete. He's like your shoes that supports you in every circumstance. So here's the end. Walking through life without the Holy Spirit is like trying to do this walk without shoes. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine me trying to do this 3.5-mile walk without shoes in my bare feet? Sure, over time, my feet would get calloused and thick-skinned at the bottom, but they crack. They'll still hurt. They're not very good for a lot of other things. But with shoes on, I can do this walk all the time. Guys, going through life without the Holy Spirit, without trusting in Jesus Christ and having someone like the Holy Spirit to support you through the good and the bad, it's crazy. So seniors, I encourage you, no matter what path you're on, no matter what you're doing, I want you to seriously think about having and inviting the Holy Spirit into your life through Christ. And if you already have him, make use of him. Let him remind you who Jesus is, help you in the hard times. Put on those shoes, go forward, and have a great walk in life. Because with the Holy Spirit, you can handle anything. All right, guys. It's good to see you. Sorry that we haven't been together for a while, but seniors, this would be about the time frame when I tell you to stand up and walk out of the auditorium and have everyone else move into their seats. Have a great walk in life, seniors. I'll be seeing you at graduation virtually. The rest of you, I look forward to seeing you next fall. Take care.